way Conor came out with those high kicks, those spinning wheel kicks?
No, not at all. He usually does a high kick, a spinning stuff, or he does I was ready for the rush, as you can see, so that's why I moved back, you know. So it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, that's not it. What it is you just try to crazy move. You try to crazy move, you try to jumping roundhouse kick, and when you're in that position, when you throw that jumping roundhouse kick, if you don't land in a good way with the supporting leg, you put so much pressure on that knee. The way he landed, he threw the kick, he jumped up, he threw it, and he landed with his knee.
Snaps his foot, and he winces in pain. Fuck! I fucking hate my life! This is one fucking escape I get, and it's shit! And McGregor's just limping around like my fucking man! Fuck!
Nobody expected this result, and that is why the MMA world is still talking about it. Conor McGregor and Max Holloway first fought back in 2013 when both were young fighters trying to make a name for themselves. McGregor won that fight and went on to become one of the biggest stars in UFC history, while Holloway stayed in the featherweight division and built a legendary career of his own. When the rematch was finally announced, fans believed they would witness another unforgettable battle. Instead, the fight ended in shocking fashion. McGregor lost by first-round TKO, and reports suggested that he suffered a serious injury during the fight. That immediately raised many questions. Was McGregor already carrying an injury before the fight? Did the injury happen during the action? Or was Holloway simply too good? To understand the result, it is important to remember McGregor's long recovery from the broken leg he suffered against Dustin Poirier in 2021. Many people wondered if he could ever return to his best after such a devastating injury. Holloway, meanwhile, continued improving and proved his elite level by defeating top fighters, including Justin Gaethje for the BMF title. His non-stop pressure, incredible cardio, and high-volume striking made him one of the toughest opponents in the sport. Many experts believed McGregor needed an early knockout because allowing Holloway to settle into his rhythm would make the fight much more difficult.
The man weak in the knees, I guess, so. You know, all jokes aside, I just hope he's good, you know. I know Conor been battling some stuff. Looked like he really been changing. You know, he found God. He had his kids in there, so, you know, during the fight, you could obviously tell his demeanor changed, you know. And I was, you know, shout out to the ref. I was trying to tell the ref sooner, you know. Like, this guy's kids is front row, you know. I don't want to see him take unnecessary damage. Trying to stop the fight, but this is how crazy Conor is. The first time he's on the ground, I was punching him. He's like, fight. I was like, okay. That's why I backed up. I said, stand up there. Let's fight. And then he fell back down, and then the fight was called. When I saw him hurt, you know, I was like, man, come on. Like, you call this. He was done, you know, and he wanted to fight. Tried to stand up again, fell back down. I just hope him a speedy recovery, you know. It's all love to him. The man, like I said, is trying to change his life around, so, you know, sending prayers his way.
Yeah. You had a better look at it than anybody, and you identified it earlier. Do you think it was that first kick that he threw?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I did the UFC podcast before I came here, and me and Wonderboy was talking about it. Even with him walking into the octagon, it didn't seem, you know, it just didn't seem like the same Conor, you know. Like, I thought he was stood there to fight, but like I thought he'd be a little bit more rowdy, a little bit more crazy. He looked like really, really calm, like super calm. So I was just kind of like, oh wow, let's see how this goes. And then of course I knew he was gonna attack me with something, and it was that kick. So you know,
Dana, can you? I think we're all trying to process everything. I guess can we get your immediate thoughts? It felt like honestly one of the best fight cards of all time, and then we get to this weird main event ending. So I guess your immediate thoughts as you sit there right now.
Yeah, listen, everybody who knows anything about the fight business, and it's been a big topic of discussion leading up to this fight. 5 years off in this sport is rough. And like you said, great card, unbelievable. I mean, the Paddy Pimblett thing right before, you just feel it all in the air. Here we go. I mean, I was expecting at least a one-round war, or, you know, who knew what Conor was capable of as far as cardio or whatever else after a 5-year layoff. And, well, there you go. I mean, we're assuming blown ACL. I'm no doctor, but that's what I figured when I saw it, and doctors think the same thing too.
I was going to ask you, have you had a chance to talk to Conor? It sounds like you've talked to the medical team. Have you talked to Conor? Do we know exactly the extent of what happened?
I haven't. Is he coming out here? We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I think he left the arena right.
Then the answer is no. We'll find out when he gets an MRI.
Max said right away, like, hey, man, well, now we got to set this thing up for a trilogy, right? I mean, is there any desire from that, from your point of view? You know promoting better than anyone. Like, does that even make sense to do a trilogy right now? Or the way that ended, do you have to go a different direction?
I don't even know. I don't know. You got to take some time. And I don't know if you know this or not, but I don't like talking about making fights the night of the fight. But definitely not in this scenario.
After the fight, many analysts focused on how injuries can affect a fighter's movement, balance, speed, and ability to react under pressure. Even if a fighter looks great in training, the real test comes inside the octagon. If McGregor was not fully healthy, then the performance may not have shown his true ability. That does not change the result, but it gives fans another way to understand what happened. For Holloway, this victory is another major achievement that strengthens his legacy as one of the greatest featherweights in UFC history and opens the door for even bigger fights in the future. For McGregor, however, the biggest question is what comes next. His legacy as one of the sport's biggest icons is already secure, but fans now want to know if he can recover once again and compete with the UFC's elite fighters, or if this marks the final chapter of his career. Only time will answer that question. Do you think a fully healthy Conor McGregor can still compete at the highest level, or has his window closed forever? Share your opinion in the comments, and subscribe for more UFC news, fight analysis, and the latest updates.